Alright, I'll be talking to about car troubles and my own experiences. First of all, if your car doesn't start, it could be a multitude of problems. I had a buddy of mine who had a car which had a shut-off switch every time an impact would hit, but the switch was worn, so just going over a speed bump would activate the fuel pump's shut-off, so it would cut the supply of fuel to the engine, so the car wouldn't start. So that's another thing. Another thing I had a truck that wouldn't start, 77 F250, and it had a 351 modified V8 in it. Wouldn't start. I took the plugs out, replaced them, and it still didn't start. And then I asked my grandpa to see what he knew. So then after that, you're supposed to get the distributor, take the cap off, turn the engine over until the pointer on the distributor is at cylinder number 1. And find the cylinder number on the engine, stick a straw down there, and if it's not at top dead center where it's supposed to be, timing chain gear is stripped, which it was stripped. So I took it apart, looked at it, teeth were all worn out on the top. When I put the thing back on, which was my own fault, I screwed the engine up because I couldn't back it up, because the way I was doing it, I couldn't, the two dots that went up on the small gear and the big gear, so I torqued it all the way around 2 times to get it back to normal, and not knowing that the valves move around, and the 2 valves got bent when 2 pistons were up. So I ended up selling the truck. So yeah. And another thing, I had a car, Ford Tempo, and it wouldn't start, and it would take forever to start. So just I took the distributor cap off, looked in there, it was all rusted and up, so I cleaned that all up. I don't know where it went, but it was also Ford Tempo, the alternator kept melting the wires all the time, so don't know if anyone else had that problem. The motor mounts kept breaking all the time, so I got rid of that piece of shit and stuff like that. Then Plymouth Fury and leaking antifreeze everywhere, so when the car was off, like 2 months later after I decided to look at it again, so felt the radiator, and what do you call it, water starts coming out the bottom of the engine, so it's just a frost plug that went, because it was rusty, and I blew the frost plug out. So yeah, a few tips on why cars won't start. Alright, hope you find this useful. I have other information on how to car problems, and I may be able to help other people out. So yeah, I'm focusing more on body work nowadays, but I just don't have the resources to do much mechanical work like pulling out engines, but I can replace parts on the engine. I know this, like for solenoids and stuff, like solenoids, key, turn the key, does nothing. The starter solenoid could possibly be gone, which mine went twice in my Lincoln. So alright, see you later.